actor, author, civil rights champion, patriot. He hasn't just spoken the word of God, he's also spent his life defending the freedoms God gave us. Today, with your rights under the fiercest attacks in history, Heston is there. On TV, in auditoriums, colleges, conferences, congressional hearings, and rallies. He's taking your beliefs to America, and America is listening. He's not a professional politician, so he can't be unseated from the debate. But like a politician, he gets the airtime and ink and coverage our freedoms depend on. Never before has anyone been elected to 3 consecutive terms as president of the NRA. Never before has our cause been more visible or more vocal when it is more urgently needed.
Our issues this Sunday morning: the National Rifle Association has a new leader, and he is talking tough.
On Close-Up this morning, Charlton Heston, the Academy Award-winning actor, has long been active in the campaign for personal rights and freedoms, especially the right to bear arms. Later today, he's expected to be elected president of the National Rifle Association.
I've accepted a call from the National Rifle Association of America to help protect the Second Amendment.
I would like to restore, for the NRA, the national approval that it held for 133 years.
Heston's life has been a life of fighting for freedom.
And these things keep coming up where people say, Chuck, you got to do something about this.
In 1963, I marched on Washington with Dr. Martin Luther King to uphold the Bill of Rights.
It's one of the proudest moments of my life.
Supporting civil rights then was about as popular as supporting gun rights now.
And Heston has paid a price for his convictions.
Having been called everything from ridiculous to duped to brain injured, senile, crazy old man. Spike Lee ridiculed my work in behalf of the Second Amendment to the Constitution. Spike said I should be shot for my beliefs.
This guy isn't Ben-Hur, he's the devil incarnate, he should shut up.
Coming from today's media, that could be construed as a compliment.
Why the media attacks? Maybe because when it comes to hypocrisy and dishonest thinking, Heston calls them as he sees them and sets the record straight, whether it's in the media.
How can we entrust to you the Second Amendment when you are so stingy with your own First Amendment?
Or the gun control lobby.
Anti-gun organizations that wouldn't know a semi-auto from a sharp stick.
Or even the Clinton-Gore administration.
What President Clinton's not telling you about the crime bill should be a crime.
So does Bill Clinton tolerate a level of gun deaths to further his political agenda? You decide.
That takes courage and honest debate. Virtues he's fighting for on college campuses where young minds are learning wrong ideas.
Telling us what to think has evolved and telling us what to say. So telling us what to do can't be far behind. Don't let America's universities serve as incubators for a rampant epidemic of this new brand of McCarthyism. Why do you, who are supposed to debate ideas, surrender to their suppression? And as long as you shrug your shoulders and abide it, then by the standards of your grandfathers, you are cultural cowards. Democracy is dialogue.
And it's dialogue Heston refuses to be shut out of.
Still, I go out on the road, catching red-eye flights, speaking at rallies in Seattle, eating pancakes in Peoria and rubber chicken in Des Moines. Yet I choose to engage in this debate. Why? Because it matters.
Personal freedom, individual rights. Heston stands for all that's good and right and unique about America.
It's been said that the creation of the United States is the greatest political act in history. I'll sign that. The Bill of Rights wasn't cut into stone tablets, but the text surely has that same righteous feel to it. I say that the Second Amendment is, in order of importance, the First Amendment. The right to keep and bear arms is the one right that allows rights to exist at all. That's why I so deeply love this great nation and the Constitution that defines it.
And it's that love for freedom that drives Heston to demand the same courage from others that he demands from himself.
So, what can you do?
Dare to consider both sides of any issue and find the courage to question authority.
Don't be shamed or startled into lockstep conformity by seemingly powerful people. When politicians and the press feed you lies and deceit, expose them, embarrass them. When a law firm joins in the greedy litigation to put gun makers out of business, bar them and their clients from your business relationships. When someone you elected is seduced by political power and betrays you, expose them, petition them, oust them, banish them. We just need to unite and then disobey, boycott, march, embargo, speak up, shout down, defy, interrupt, overwhelm, raise hell till the heavens hear us.
Please welcome the legendary Charlton Heston.
Thanks again to Charlton Heston.
Old friend, Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston, we thank you very much for joining us.
Charlton Heston, I want to thank you very much for joining us.
Charlton Heston.
Mr. Charlton Heston.
From my cold, dead hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, and members of the National Rifle Association of America, your president, Charlton Heston.